This, my little fella, is exactly what 99% of people do on a daily basis to their bodies. So today, Raymond's going to teach you exactly how to avoid shitting in your gas tank. Hear me out on this one. Let's say you have 2,500 calories today to maintain your current weight. Your goal is to optimize your macronutrient ratios to trigger muscle protein synthesis so your muscles can maintain strength and size. Get enough low glycemic, proper carbs so your glycogen stores stay full for maximum high energy throughout the day. Get enough essential fatty acids so they can regulate your endocrine system, support cellular membrane growth, and protect your vital organs. Get all the bioavailable micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals so your enzymatic metabolic processes run smoothly and your immune system stays bulletproof. And all of that you should fit perfectly inside this 2,500-calorie energetic ceiling. Let's break down a candy now. It's high in empty calories, which means that you now have one or multiple hundreds of calories less that you can spend on cellular reconstruction and building your body. It most likely contains absolutely zero protein, vitamins, or minerals. It is probably extremely ultra-processed. It contains refined sugar, which not only increases acne and systemic inflammation, which triggers chronic diseases, but also digests so fast that it leaves you starving, low energy, and craving more garbage an hour later due to a massive blood glucose crash. So now you're ugly, fat, weak, and hate yourself. In exchange for what? 10 seconds of cheap dopamine joy? Isn't that miserable, my friend? Instead of that, you could eat a whole balanced meal that has the complete amino acid profile to make you a Greek god. Now imagine that you're not currently in good shape. Means that your metabolic balance is now only 2,000 calories for you to lose weight. That candy is 10 times worse for you in this case. Your next enemy is a bite to eat, which is actually your worst enemy even if you don't have them. This is literally the #1 thing that you must avoid in order to be in shape and respect yourself. The simple reality is that your snack, even if it's not processed or does not contain sugar, steals couple hundreds calories from your balance but doesn't give you whole proper fuel. So you, again, ate more calories than you should have, but didn't really get nothing good from it. Next thing you are completely blind to is water. You think hydration is just about not being thirsty. The simple scientific reality is that even a tiny 2% drop in hydration destroys your cognitive focus, slows your reaction time, and causes immediate muscle weakness. Your muscles are literally 75% water. So if you are dry, you are weak, flat, and your workouts are a complete waste of time. And here is the biggest paradox that will melt your brain. The less water you drink, the more bloated and watery you look. When you deprive your body of clean water, it panics and starts holding on to every single drop, locking it under your skin to survive, especially if you eat salty garbage. You think you're fat, but you are just chronically dehydrated, holding water weight like a sponge. Flush your system with a proper amount of clean water every single day. It drops your cortisol, flushes out toxins, forces your body to release that ugly subcutaneous water retention, and makes your muscles pop. Stop drinking your calories through juice and sodas. Give your body the actual matrix of life, or stay soft and foggy forever. Your ideal meal would look something like this around 3 to 4 times a day. Take a look. Protein source for muscles, proper carb source for energy, whole bunch of vitamins, nothing processed, decent calories. Your weekly haul can look something like this. You may think, oh, but Raymond, that's so expensive to eat like that. First of all, it's never going to be more expensive than all your medical treatments in your 40s and later if you ate garbage your whole life. Chronic diseases and metabolic syndrome are a lot more expensive than whole foods. Second of all, don't ever try to use it as an excuse for being fat. You will never get fat eating meat and greens. There is a scientific concept called the thermic effect of food. Your body burns up to 30% of protein calories just to digest and break it down. Whole meat and greens pack so much volume and trigger such massive satiety hormones that it is physically impossible for a human being to overeat them in the real world. Next thing for you to understand is if you do not live around the equator, you are clinically guaranteed to be lacking vitamin D. Science proves that vitamin D isn't just a regular vitamin. It functions as a critical steroid prohormone that directly regulates over 1,000 genes in your body. Without it, your calcium absorption drops to almost zero. Your bone density degrades, and your Leydig cells cannot optimize your free testosterone levels, turning you into a weak, soft version of yourself. Then, if you do not live right by the ocean and eat fresh, wild, fatty fish multiple times a week, your cellular membranes are heavily deficient in omega-3 fatty acids. The modern diet is dangerously overloaded with seed oils full of omega-6, creating a toxic, highly inflammatory ratio in your blood. This is completely unacceptable because EPA and DHA omega-3s are the literal structural building blocks of your brain cells. They reduce sudden cardiovascular risks, and they actively switch off chronic cellular inflammation. Last but not least, you should get your blood work done regularly to check your stats, because feeling good is not a metric. The brutal scientific fact is that metabolic damage, arterial plaque, and insulin resistance operate in a clinically silent phase for years before you feel a single symptom. You might look lean and feel energized, while your hemoglobin A1C is creeping into the diabetic range. Your liver enzymes are spiking from silent fatty liver disease, and your ApoB to ApoA ratio is setting you up for a cardiovascular disaster. Stop guessing and start measuring. A comprehensive blood panel provides objective, individualized data on your lipid profile, internal inflammation markers like hs-CRP, and your exact free-to-total testosterone ratio. This is the only definitive way to know if your nutrition plan is actually working at a cellular level, or if you are quietly destroying your internal organs while chasing a mirror reflection. Get your blood tested, look at the hard data, and stop running your body completely blind.